Hi everybody, this is Dave again, and today I'm going to give you uh, a quick overview of how to create uh, posts on the new Factory 5 forum and focus a little bit on different ways to incorporate images into your post. So let's start. I'm going to go to General Discussion Forum, and I'm going to create a new thread. So this will be a sample thread. I will likely delete it, but just to give you an idea. So let's go ahead and create that, and you'll see that it gives me an option when I'm creating that to determine where I want to put it, which forum I'd like that to go into, which is a neat feature that wasn't on the other one. It would just default to whatever forum you were currently in. I'm going to keep it in the general discussion, and then we're going to just use test as the title, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So you'll see the dialogue that comes up includes, the title, the body, and it has this area for photos. Now, the photos that you add here are going to be what are in the what Dave calls the carousel. That'll be at the top of your post. So, whatever images you choose to pull in here. There is a known bug right now that images put into this may not display correctly. It looks like they're being cropped. It's probably based on the size of the object that they're getting put into. More than anything, the photos are actually being loaded correctly and the full image is there. So if you were to right click an image that looks cropped, and you'll be able to open it in another tab or something and see the full image. But let's go ahead and show you what that looks like anyway. So there are two ways to do this. So you have an add images button, and then you have this drag and drop function. I'm going to start with the add images button. So I'm going to click that, and that's going to pop open, on your device, wherever your images are that you typically work with. In mine, I happen to have a folder that I keep all my build thread images located in. So for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and grab, I don't know, let's grab this one, and let's just grab like 4 of these in a row here. I don't care what they are. And we're going to hit open, and that's going to bring us to a new dialog. So you'll see that we have the opportunity to crop and convert to this web format, images 1 through 4. So there's an image 1 of 4. So it gives me the opportunity to work on each image individually. So what I'm going to do with this first image, you'll see down here I have options. I can either skip it, use the full image, or I can use crop. To use the crop, and let's go ahead and do that, I just select the portion of the screen or the image that I actually want displayed, and I'm going to click that, and then I'll say use crop. All right, and then I'm going to use the full image for image number 2. So we'll just say use full image. And image number 3, I'm going to go ahead and crop again. So I just want to show, like the dash in this image, and I'm going to use the crop. And then, that's not related to what I'm working on. I'm going to skip that image. So I just skip that one. So now you'll see that those images have been pulled in. And if I go and cycle through the carousel, you'll see the image that I kept full is not properly displaying. But if I were to right click on it and open image in a new tab and go look at it, the whole image is actually there. It's something that Dave's aware of, and he's going to work through it, but I'll just leave it at that. And then we'll go to the next image, and this one also cropped. And I think really it has to do with the dimensions of where this carousel, or what this carousel is using to display. And there's probably some optimal dimensions for that. So if you don't like that, you don't have to use it, right? This is going to display at the top of your post, but you'll find that there's other ways to show images, and I'll talk through those. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and delete these out of this because I really don't like the way those displayed. And I'm going to show you another way to put images in, and that's using the drag and drop. So if I were to go directly to a folder that I have, and I'm just going to, I want this photo or this image here. Let's yeah, let's just grab that one, and I can just drag it and drop it in, and it gives me the same dialog where I can use full image or crop. I'm going to use the full image in this case, and that worked out pretty well. So it cropped it, but it cropped it in a way that I think is usable. So I might just go ahead and keep that. So let's hold on to that. Now I'm going to show you up in the body as you go to start typing the content or the text of your post. You have this rich text format editor here. So I'm going to, sample text, blah, 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 right? And I want to add an image and I want it to go where my cursor is. So here I can go over and click on this image plus icon, and that's going to pop something open here. And let's just grab this image. And I'm going to hit open, and it's going to give me the same dialog. I'm going to use the full image, and it's going to put that image in line with my text. You can also do the same thing with a drag and drop. So if I wanted this image to go there, I can just drag it over and drop it and use the full image, and that puts that image there. And then there's a third way, which is kind of cool. So if you're kind of plugging along and you wanted to do a screen capture of something. So I have this screen capture, and I'm just going to do a screen capture of part of this screen over here, right? And then once that's captured, it's in a copy buffer, and then I can use Control V, standard Windows, to paste, and use that full image, and it's going to paste that screen capture right in where I was working. So those are three simple ways to put images inline when you're typing text, and you can come down and continue more text, right? And that's how you would add images. Let's post this and see what it looks like in the forum. So here, right, that carousel was what was at top. I only had one image in there, so there's no left-right arrows. If I had done multiple images, those would all show up in there, and you would see, those images cycle as you click through it. And then in the body, we have the full-size images, including the screen captures and the copy and paste. And that is how you would do that. So I'll go into more how-tos and other videos, but that's what I wanted to focus on in this one. So have a great day, everyone, and enjoy the new forum.